Yes, sir. Me is ready.
Me is ready too. Race car spelled backwards is still race car. This is the Race Car Spelled Backwards podcast. Hey, what's going on? My name is Brad, and with me as always is Jamie, and this is the Race Car Spelled Backwards podcast. Jamie, how you doing, man?
Doing good.
Should I talk more country? Like I want to sound as country as somebody with a banjo.
Huh. Like at the beginning of Deliverance? Banjo?
Man, I gotta get real country.
I
I didn't know I sounded as hillbilly as a banjo. But hey,
yeah,
learn something new every day. So, got a pretty good episode put together. We got three gifts we're going to go through as usual. We'll touch on some college football and some NASCAR updates. We
got some hate mail.
Yeah, we have, I don't know if it's hate mail or love mail or, I don't know. Either way, we got some fan mail from one of our fans, Hirsch, that we're going to be reading.
His wife, Wendy, loves us. So
thank you for listening.
Thanks, Wendy.
We appreciate it. They actually listen to us all the way from Massachusetts to Miami. Am I right?
Yeah, that's what he claims.
Why is your phone beeping on?
I took it off. Let's put it back on.
Are you some kind of idiot or something?
Yeah. That's what our hate mail said.
Are you idiots? Yes.
I'll go
Yes, we are.
Full-blown airplane mode.
Last week was championship banquet week for NASCAR. Did you happen to watch the awards banquet, sir?
I watched some of it. I fast forward. It's pretty boring. You know how they get all corporate there.
Yeah, I went in and went on Twitter, the old tweeter, on Thursday when the awards banquet was actually going on, and I watched it then. Well, I watched clips from the banquet on Twitter. I never watched it on TV.
See, I forgot it was on Thursday night, or that was when they taped it. I was a little disappointed when I found out I was watching a tape delay 72 hours later.
It used to be live, right? Like, we used to have...
Is the TNN network no longer around? Couldn't they sell the rights to one of those little cable channels to show live?
FS2. I mean, what was on there?
Am I wrong? When I was a kid, didn't I have to watch NASCAR on TNN?
Yeah, or TNT. I think it was TNN.
TBS or something.
What was TNN? What that
Turner Nashville Network.
Ted's Network.
Ted's Nashville Network.
Ted's New Network. Because he had TBS already, so TNN was Ted's new network instead of Ted's old network. Maybe TON. Han.
Ted's about as lost as Uncle Joe.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he still alive, Ted?
I think he's like running naked with a spear chasing buffalo in Montana on his ranch.
He's got that Ted's Montana grill, right? Is that what it's called?
It's like a high-end Applebee's.
Yeah,
it's not that great.
Buffalo bison. Bison buffalo.
Yeah, fresh from Ted's kill.
Yeah, from his farm. They were farm raised, probably caged.
Caged and given some MGOs or whatever they call it.
These are factory grown bison right here, baby.
Yeah, I had his hamburger there once. I had a customer.
I think I've only
go there. It wasn't that good.
I think I've only been there once, and I was very unimpressed with the food. I would say service, but service sucks all the way around nowadays.
Isn't Ted like a highbrow Democrat? I think so. He was married to Jane, communist North Vietnamese Fonda for a while.
She Vietnamese?
She went to Vietnam during the Vietnam War and protested it with the North Vietnamese. My dad was not a big fan.
You want me to tell you what I wrote? Something I saw this weekend that blew my mind. Well, actually didn't blow my mind, but so Georgia, the state of Georgia, we'll say, even if it's half and half Bulldogs, half Georgia Tech fans.
I think you're pushing it, but yeah.
So it's probably 3/4 Bulldog, quarter Georgia Tech.
Only Georgia Tech fans.
And that quarter of Georgia Tech probably has to share their fan base with Georgia Southern and Georgia State also. So
probably.
Well, on the day of the Georgia Bulldog Tennessee game, Georgia was ranked 3rd, Tennessee was ranked 1. On that very day, that morning before the game, Stacey Abrams, who was running for governor, went on CNN wearing Tennessee orange.
What?
And I think that was the weekend before voting too.
What a dumb move.
Isn't that crazy? Like, wouldn't you just think, I mean, I want to be governor of Georgia, so I'm going to know their football colors, and I'm probably going to have to be aware that they're playing the Tennessee Orange Volunteers that Saturday, and I'm not going to wear the opponent's colors on TV, even if she didn't want to wear red.
Yeah, but she's gone Hollywood, dude. She's going to end up being on, like Yellowstone 1973.
The 70s version of it.
Yeah.
That's funny. What else we got? Chrissy Allen passed away at 71 years old.
Allen or Allie?
Allie. Is that what it said?
Yeah, I think she was a Scientologist, dude.
I refuse to pronounce anything right from now on.
Because of Hirsch?
Yeah. He tells us to learn to pronounce things. But that's...
I don't...
I did 12 years of learning at the school systems here in Georgia. Nah. That's why my accent's so bad, because I went to high school in Georgia.
But our teachers pronunciated things worse than we did. I don't even know if I said the word right.
Pronunciating?
Pronunciation-ing.
All right, so let's get to these gift ideas for the week. So our first gift is the Pepperoni Pizza 2.0 double-sided 71-inch round blanket.
I'm already in on that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just looking at it. It comes in a fancy bag.
It looks good.
It's a round blanket that has a print pattern that looks like a pepperoni pizza on it.
Look, the cheese has the right caramelization on it.
Yeah, you even have a little bit of shine on the pepperoni.
And it looks like it comes with a solar blanket to keep it warm when you're not using it on the couch watching the Bulldogs win the national championship.
Wearing Tennessee Orange?
No, she's not. But, you know, she'll get the model here will get more votes than Stacy. You know, Stacy
Why did she wrap her blanket in aluminum foil?
Oh, that's those solar blankets. Have you seen those like action movies where they're like in North Pole and they're freezing to death and they pull out the little Reynolds wrap blankets?
I have a bag of those in the house.
I have one in the back of the car. Never had to use it. We're in Georgia.
In our hiking bag.
We might need it when we go the Cannonball Run.
When we go hiking, me, Denise, and the kids go hiking, we have a backpack we wear. It's got like survival straws in there. You know, those
paper ones that don't kill turtles?
No, that filter out bacteria. They're like,
oh, yeah. So
life
you don't
straws
get
or something.
Like a 1800s disease and die from bad water.
But then I got like a tarp I carry in there, a couple first aid kits, matches in a dry pack that keep them dry. I mean, it's a survival kit, so if we get lost on our hike, we're not doing extreme hiking. I mean, we're going to the state park and following a trail, but just in case. And also, since there's 5 of us, I have 5 of these emergency blankets that you can also use to wrap your pizza blanket in.
Have you ever had to use one or just used one for curiosity's sake, see if it works?
No, but I feel like I should now.
Yeah, it's kind of thin, man. It's like...
It just sounds like it would be noisy because just in the packaging you can hear the crinkling. How do you sleep under a crinkle?
Well, the one in my car that I bought, it fits my back pocket. Is that going to really keep me warm or is it only daytime warm?
Well,
can I charge my phone with it?
Yeah, it's solar.
Oh, yeah.
It says a solar
So that's why they're keeping the pizza warm?
Yeah, so about this item, our giant pepperoni pizza blanket comes with a more realistic pizza pattern and a comfortable single-layer design. When you're wrapped inside the soft and warm pizza wrap blanket, you will make your friends jealous. Unlike other round blankets, this 71-inch pizza blanket uses high-quality flannel fabric of 280 grams per square.
Grams of pizza?
Grams of something.
Huh.
280 is a lot.
It's weird that they're measuring in grams. Are they from Colombia?
Well, maybe it'd be what's 280 grams?
Man, I'm American.
It's 28 grams in an ounce.
It's called one thing is grams and the other is American. No, it's not American. What is it?
Grams?
Damn it. I went on airplane mode. All right, I'm Googling. So there's the metric system and the imperial system. We're imperial.
Yeah, like Star Wars.
Yeah, like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So Darth Vader measures in grams. Does that mean Skywalker does too?
So if you got 28 grams and there's 280 grams and there's 28 grams in an ounce, how many ounces of flannel did they use per square?
So do you think Cocaine Bear measures his blanket in grams like he does his cocaine?
I think Cocaine Bear needs a pepperoni blanket.
I think he does too.
So it says this stylish and innovative pizza blanket is a cute gift for teenagers, boyfriends, girlfriends, or someone you love. Suitable for parties, camping, various festivals, various scenes, and adult activities.
What?
How you gonna put that in the about you? Or in the about this item?
Jill, give me my applesauce and bring that hot, sexy pepperoni blanket over here, Jill.
Nothing turns a man on like a pepperoni pizza.
Give me my Viagra, Jill. We're gonna tear this blanket up.
So most of the complaints on this gift is that it wasn't like good quality. People are saying one side was really nice. And
what's it rated?
Rate us. It got a 4.8 out of a 5.
That's a pretty damn good rating. How many ratings?
55,000 reviews.
55,000 or 100?
55,000. 55,288.
So basically, there's a few haters.
Oh yeah, very few.
With that
like
many,
2% got a 1 review.
With that many ratings and still be at 4.8, it's a pretty damn good pepperoni blanket, if you ask me.
So this
better blanket, better ingredients.
Our Cherry Time.
Sounds like a porn name.
Cherry Time sounds like
looks like you're doing some adult things.
That sounds like a hillbilly soda.
Yeah, it does actually.
I was up there in West Virginia.
Cherry Dime wine.
And I got me a Cherry Time soda. You make some Cherry Time moonshine.
Scupper Dime wine, baby, with the.
You got Tim and Tickle making Cherry Dime moonshine.
Hells yes.
So our Cherry Dime
got them truck nuts hanging off the old hauler in the back too.
Wrapped in a pepperoni blanket.
Hells yeah.
She said, I bought one of these blankets for my sister, and it was so nice. The burrito concept is really funny. So,
what? How did she go burrito on the pizza?
So I guess she bought the burrito concept for her sister.
There's other ones?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's like tortilla. There's a tortilla shell one. There's a pizza one.
They got a waffle blanket?
A waffle one.
Oh, yeah.
The waffle one does not look good at all, though.
Oh. The pizza looks like a good New York style pizza.
Well, the waffle one just looks, I don't know. It's just too much depth, maybe.
Look, that model there looks like an Indian wearing a pizza sari.
Pizza sari.
Hello.
Where's the sari?
Are you checking in now?
I don't understand.
That's what they call their clothes.
Sari?
Yeah. Or is
Who
it
does?
Sari? People, not American Indians, Indians from India.
Those Indians.
Red dots on their heads.
The other Indians.
Yeah, I grew up with some in D.C.
I thought it was a Sherpa.
Hello, Jaime.
A Sherpa is, that's the guide.
Sherpa. Yeah, that's the guide taking you up to Mount Everest, isn't it? Or is it a knife? Is that weird blade knife you slit throats with?
No, Sherpa is the guy that...
Sure it ain't that knife where you slit a throat?
No, that's a saw.
No, there's a funny knife that looks like a banana.
Yeah,
you put on someone's throat.
It's curved.
It's in the Middle East or something. India.
A Sherpa might carry one of those.
Oh, okay.
What would you call that?
A Sherpa knife. I mean, that's what I would call it. I don't know what they call it.
I love our factual base.
And I can't Google it because I went airplane mode because people keep calling us and we just got done with team building exercise and I want to be a team member.
All right, so she's decided to buy one of these blankets and said she received a one-way ticket to fabric pilling hell.
What?
So fabric pilling.
Literally?
It says there's pills found all over the fabric after you wash it.
Are they prescription or over the counter?
Probably over the counter. They come out of your wash machine. Or
how much is this again?
This is a $30 blanket.
Oh, so it's just aspirin pills. They can't afford much, but generic.
It's not just her that uses the term pill. So it's other people that used it too. So I really...
Is this big in another country?
What? Is it big?
The pepperoni pizza blanket.
No, actually, it was only American reviews.
Oh.
But she said it had pills all over it, so I'm assuming that's like those little lint balls.
Oh. You think that's what they mean by pills?
Yeah. Because she says, covered in pills after first washing, and I followed manufacturer's instruction. Washed it again and again and again and again, and the pills just kept on coming. I wanted so much to like it, but now I hate it. With the heat of 1,000 suns. I don't want it anymore.
What, did they start sweating and lose weight?
She says she'll probably be giving this to the Austin homeless shelter while feeling bad about covering someone in all these pills. I hate to break it to you, lady. The homeless don't care about little lint balls on their blankets. No. That's the last thing they're worried about.
They'll be grateful, I'm sure. Oh, we can probably help relations with Mexico with this. You said there's a tortilla one or something?
So the tortilla,
quesadilla one?
Yeah, and they had these little...
We can meet at the wall and trade them. Like, they could give us tortilla blankets and we can give them pepperoni pizza blankets.
Well, wouldn't that be more like an Italian thing? What would be an American?
I think pizza is more American than Italian.
What would be an American blanket?
Hot dog?
Is that made in America?
Hamburger?
How do you make a hot dog? Yeah, I guess like a beef patty.
Well, what was invented in America was potato chips.
So make a potato chip one.
Yeah.
Hey, there's no way. You're telling me that we didn't fry a potato slice until America?
No, they were called French fries, and then they were called chips in England. But no, we didn't make potato chips.
We renamed them, is what you're saying.
No. I Googled this once because I'm a pizza aficionado too. The first potato chip was like this Vanderbilt dude or Astor, one of these industrial billionaires from the 1870s.
Yeah.
Was in Saratoga, New York, where they had horse races. And he sent back his hash browns and said he wanted them crisper. And a chef at this Saratoga hotel basically said, F you, I'll show you crisp. And he took out a razor blade and sliced the potato for the hash browns and fried them.
Made them crispy.
And he was being a dick. But he sent them to Vanderbilt or Astor or whoever. Said, here, give that son of a bitch this. And the guy was like, these are amazing. Thank you. And so they started packaging them and sell them.
Was that Mr. Lay's?
Mr. Lay's was from Atlanta.
Who made the first potato chip? Like what brand?
It was Saratoga Crisp.
Is that still around today? I've never seen it.
Yes, I seen them at Whole Foods.
Okay.
That's what got me thinking, because it said the original potato chip on the bag. So I Googled it.
Did you try it?
Well, yeah, I bought it.
Yeah.
That was back before I was cheap.
So
well, no, that was before COVID. And cheap. Well, they're kind of like kettle cooked.
So they're really crunchy?
Yeah, like a Cape Cod.
I don't like a really crunchy potato chip. I don't like anything really crunchy though. Not a fan of crunchy food. Like I like my bacon, just you throw it on there and get it hot, take it off.
So for peanut butter, smooth or chunky?
Smooth.
So I like chunky.
My toast, I toast on number 2 and pop it before it finishes, butter it and put it back in for a couple more notches off of a 2.
Well, doesn't they get butter in the toaster?
No.
You got a toaster oven?
No, I'm not slathering it with butter. I'm just putting a little on there and then I just warm it all up. Like the butter, in case the butter cools it off, I like my toast hot.
See, I like instead of toast.
But I don't like it crunchy.
I like an English muffin. Have you ever had Bays?
No. I didn't.
They're in the refrigerator section of the grocery store.
Okay.
They're actually cheaper than Thomas too. That's why I do it. But you throw that in the toaster, pull it out. I like it crispy, a little brown.
No.
Put butter on it. Just a little butter, not a lot. And then put some chunky, Skippy peanut butter on it. It's really good.
So I like soft foods.
So when you're a senior citizen, you're already prepared, aren't you?
Exactly.
All right.
I've been preparing since my 20s probably.
So you would share a thing of applesauce and pudding with Joe Biden?
Yeah, I like applesauce.
Would you roll him around?
I like pudding too.
Would you bring him his walker?
Jill, who shit my pants, Jill?
Jill, bring me a new diaper, Jill, please.
Give me my walker, Jill.
Camila says I smell like poo.
Camila says I need to change my diaper.
I ain't gonna run for president with Camila again because she make fun of me for being a senior.
All right, so Sasiska says washing instructions were wrong. Followed the washing instructions.
Where does Sasiska live? North of the North Pole? I guess there's no such place, is there?
She just bought this blanket on November 2nd, 2022, and she's from the United States. It's Saskia. Saskia.
Huh.
Saskia. I just said it quicker the first time.
Wow.
Saskia.
What's her last name?
Saskia. She has no last name.
Oh, so she's like a performer?
Like Prince?
Yeah. Or Beyonce?
Yeah, but Saskia.
Do you know I once carried Beyonce's baby?
You want to explain this?
Oh my goodness. What the heck is that thing?
I need you to explain carrying Beyonce's baby before we go on to the next gift item. Are you a yes or a no on the pizza?
There was a doll at Target that was baby Beyonce. I carried it.
Oh, okay. It sounds better than not explaining it.
What you got sitting there on your screen is way stranger than Beyonce's baby.
Are you a yes or a no on the pizza blanket?
I am a definite yes for the pizza. I'm a pizza aficionado. You know, I make pizza about once every other week, and then the other week I make calzones.
I used to get 2 of them.
Should we film it and make it part of our podcast?
I think they have hamburger buns. You could get 2 buns.
Well, how do we get on buns from pizza?
I don't know. All right, so the next gift item is the Ware Toilet Aid Tool Long Reach Wipe Extender.
Does it squirt water like the bidet we did?
No, this is a...
Dude, that looks like a vibrating thing.
This is a $9.99.
And the picture is...
$9.99 toilet wipe extender. It looks like a...
That is so wrong.
It looks like the handle to a fancy plunger.
It looks like that little thing you clean the toilet with.
That's the gripper on the end. And then it's got a slot where you can stick the paper at to hold it.
Oh, you don't use the tip to clean your bunghole?
No, it extends your hand. So if you can't reach your bunghole...
So if you're like 600 pounds, you need this?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Or if you're disabled. It says people with limited arm and upper body movement due to accidents, surgery, strokes, or other debilitating conditions.
So a dwarf might need this if they had a normal sized butt?
Yes.
Okay.
This aid is ideal for helping such people wipe after using the toilet independently, efficiently, and effectively. The handle of this basic...
I'd go with the bidet before I went with this. A real bidet, not that little hand water bottle that you put on your jog and then squirt your butt with.
It says the head end is made of soft rubber that is odorless and feels good on the skin.
It sounds like they used it for what it looks like it needs to be used for.
Tuck a few sheets
of toilet paper. Does it take some AA batteries too?
No.
No.
You tuck a few sheets of toilet paper into the head of the toilet aid.
The toilet paper is going to fall off of the head of that thing.
You stick it in there.
What do you mean you stick it in there?
There's a slit at the end.
You're going to get doo-doo on the tip.
Yes. Then
what do you do with the tip then? You clean it off with a sink where you brush your teeth?
You swirl it around the bowl after you flush.
But where do you store it? It still just had doo-doo all over it.
Just throw it in the shower. What? The end of it, the reason the end looks like this is it's spring loaded, so you can press it and the toilet paper shoots out after use.
So you could shoot your dirty toilet paper at your spouse?
Oh, I don't think it shoots, it falls.
Honey, come here. Jill, come here.
It's for the elderly people. It's for the pregnant people, the overweight people.
An elderly person isn't going to know how to use that. You're going to be using it on an elderly person.
The people with back pain, shoulder pain, and pain that makes bending difficult.
So if I get to the point where I need that vibrating toilet wipe, I'm getting a bidet.
It ejects the toilet
looks like a toilet paper hood. Where do you buy the toilet paper hoods at?
You stick the toilet paper. You probably would use like a coffee filter.
God.
Shove it down in. You probably wrap the probe end with the toilet paper. It says it's got a soft rubber tip.
Oh my goodness. What is this rated?
This is rated a 3.5 out of 5.
So they've had some satisfied customers.
Oh, yeah. This is a $9.50 investment. And there's actually a market for this.
Yeah.
So,
the people I see running me over with their electric wheelchairs at Walmart.
L. Weiss hair.
Oh my God! Really?
I mean, I know I'm screwing that up.
I have a wise hair.
L. Weiss har. Right?
Weishar?
Weishar. Weishar.
Weishar?
W-E-I-S. Is that Wise or Weiss?
It's Weiss. There was a Weiss market when I was a kid.
Well, Weiss going to say it. Wise hair.
Weiss hair.
Weishar.
Wise hair?
There's no I. It's not.
There is an I. W.
Yeah, but not after
I-S. Weishar. Weishar.
Oh, he's German.
That would be my guess. I mean,
or Swedish.
Don't get offended if you're not German, Mr. or Mrs. Weishar. Hair.
Well, Larry says it's not.
We work with Larry. Was he there?
I think this is not the Larry we currently work with, though.
We were team building with Larry.
Yeah, I don't think this is that Larry. I mean, he is older. You think he's using the wipe extender? But his last name's not Weishair. Or Wisehair.
No. And I'm not going to say his name. Well, anyway, we're getting hate mail. I don't want Larry to get hate mail.
So Larry Weishair says it's not user-friendly. The most important feature was too difficult to figure out or even get to work. I couldn't get product to load toilet tissues or wipes. Would not recommend or purchase this product.
Just use that tip.
For anyone else. G. S-G-E-E.
G-spot?
It's probably his initials, G-E-E.
Oh, you don't think they mean G-spot? Because it's got that funny little bend at the top.
It's probably G.E. Edwards.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right.
That's what I'm thinking his name, Gerald.
They invented the light bulb, G.E. Edwards.
Gerald Edwards invented the light bulb.
Well, that makes sense.
So he says it's a waste of money. This gadget is not practical for anyone with limited mobility. The tissue does not release when you press the handle, which requires you to touch.
Well, if you're wiping without the handle, aren't you still touching your bunghole?
So him says it broke after the first use.
Oh my God, inside of him?
So just the rubber tip.
Just the tip? Or did he put the button up there?
He said he tried to use this in the button to release the paper. He tried to use this, but button to release paper broke the very first time.
Oh my.
He said he's returning it.
Used?
He tried to use it.
Last week, people returned the bidet that was used.
He said, tried to use this, but the button to release paper got broke, so I'm returning it. There's a few questions, too. One of the questions was, I have the hardest time reaching back there. Will this really help?
Well,
it says, also, is there a misting function?
Oh, wow. The guy wants improvements.
So that
he's a heavy-set engineer.
Well, the answer he got said, no mist. With this tool, you have to push tissue paper or a wet wipe in the opening and wipe as illustrated, from front to back. Wet wipes hold better than dry tissue paper. I stopped using this because I had a painful back surgery. Buying a metal cooking tong and wrapping tissue paper or wet wipes
I can't deal with cooking utensils in the bathroom. I can't.
So he says if you use cooking tongs, it'll actually work better than this.
That is so gross. Does he throw that in with the dishwasher and wash it with his coffee cups and his dishes?
Probably. Another question says, my friend Layla has gained some weight because she's a hungry old rhino.
Wow, dude.
She has trouble wiping her bottom. Will this help her? She's always clogging.
Oh my goodness. So she's pooping pineapples?
Perfect. I've had 5 spine surgeries, 3 fusions, so twisting to wipe is virtually impossible. This is the best aid ever.
Bidet, dude.
Now they need to make a collapsible one so I can take it on the road. You know, I don't think
Layla's very happy about that.
She's a hungry old rhino. You can't help that.
What the heck, man?
She got hungry. Layla got hungry like a hungry old rhino. She has trouble wiping her bottom, and she's always clogging. That's dancing, right?
Sounds like she's doing... Yeah, that is dancing.
So you think that's what they
do that up in the hills, that clogging.
Yeah. So with the banjo.
Uh-huh. You know about that, Brad.
Yeah, when I'm playing, I got...
You playing your banjo?
Yeah, all my kids at the Baptist Revival and all.
Oh, my goodness. That has a middle finger.
So this is the adult coloring offensive crayons. Finally, a pack of crayons as dirty as your web browser. We're bringing you all the excitement of tentacles, ASMR, cat girls, but with none of the actual imagery that would turn on your stepsister.
What the hell?
So these are probably from
Blue Ridge, Georgia, up there in the mountains.
That's what I was thinking.
Or you send your kid to schools with these, or are they gonna get their ass whooped?
No, probably would. Probably get
not Blue Ridge.
If they don't have these in Blue Ridge, you get into a fight.
Oh, well.
So it says, we remind you that both parties are the same and your vote doesn't matter unless you happen to control a super PAC or a lizard person. There's 24 assorted colors, or at least 22 to 23 different ones, since we used the cheapest labor we could find in China. Not recommended for rectal use.
Oh, God.
Or do it, but don't send us the photos.
You can put your toilet paper on the tip of a crayon and clean it.
So some of these colors, Twitter Lawyer Blue, Democrat Yellow, Border Wall Brown, PC Police Blue.
Some we can't even say. So just,
Hate Crime Hazel.
Just go to Amazon and look up adult coloring offensive crayons.
MAGA Hat Red.
MAGA Hat Red. Is that why there's red in that middle finger when they're shooting the birdie on the cover?
Yeah, they're not all political. There's some other ones.
Some are pretty risque when the racism there.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't too impressed, actually. There was one or two that made me laugh, but...
Trump would love them, and so would Yee. And what was that guy he had for dinner?
Child Bride
Hitler?
Blue.
Did he invite Hitler? What was that Hitler he invited? Sanchez?
I don't know.
Ramirez?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I think I like...
The wackadoodle that came with Ye to talk with Trump.
I don't know. I don't know what his name was. Bigsby?
Purple crayon guy?
Bigsby? Was that it?
I don't know. He's meaningless to the whole world anyway.
These got a 4.5 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5 rating.
How many reviews?
140. So not a lot.
But 4.5 is still pretty good.
John says ship's broken.
Okay, but they're coming from China, he admits. Cheap labor in China.
Yeah, I thought he bought a crayon.
Huh.
Got these as a funny gift for a friend. Most of the crayons were broken. Zombie Ford gave it a 3 out of 5.
Zombie Ford.
Actually, there was only literally like one-star review, and his only complaint was they were broken. And the guy tells you in the about this item.
Yeah, I mean, you got cheap labor in China.
You get what you get.
It's not like Foxconn making iPhones. These guys are making crappy crayons.
So, Zombie Ford says, I was going to gift these, but really can't. I have a really foul mouth, and I think they are offensive. Buyer beware. I didn't read them all, but some are really just in poor taste. They will be going into the garbage. I missed the return window.
And what did he give them?
He gave it a 3 out of 4. That's because some of them are really funny, and then some of them are really not funny. Anthony Faludes.
Oh, that's the guy that went and had lunch with Trump. Anthony Faluge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He said, funny, but pigments aren't good.
He actually was going to color with these?
Yeah. So
everybody knows Crayola is the best crayon.
Oh, no doubt. It's the only crayon.
Are there? No, they got some cheap names.
But it's the only crayon that works.
It's like China brand.
It's, what's the other one? Like Art something? They suck. So he said, my girlfriend got me the Dictator's coloring book for Easter, and she gifted me the offensive crayons for Valentine's Day.
There's next episode. You need to do Dictator crayon book or coloring book.
Yeah, I need to make a note of that.
You did animals stooping animals last week.
Animals humping. I didn't even see
stooping is the German term, isn't it? Yeah.
I didn't even see a Dictator coloring book.
Dictator.
So she got him a Dictator coloring book for Easter.
Get your dick out, my tater.
Tater tot.
I ain't eating that now.
Yeah, I'll never forget that day. All right. Where was that? She also gifted me a coloring book that has cuss words on it. We are working on together.
Wow.
This is the most screwed up.
It's a date night with the bad crayons and the bad coloring book.
They have a dictator's coloring book that she gave him on Easter, the offensive crayons on Valentine's Day, and the cuss word coloring book they're currently working on together. Hey, an offensive family that offenses together stays together.
Sounds like it.
So some of the crayons name I loved are...
Would you buy these in color with your children?
No. So some of the crayons colors that Anthony loved were Boner Pill Blue.
Huh.
Irrelevant Third Party Green. Your parents' divorce was your fault. I don't know what color that is. Oh, peach. Oh, he said,
if your parents...
I'm not listing ones from some of the packs, such as a holiday and porn pack. I didn't see a porn
There's a
pack.
porn pack?
Porn crayons?
Do you have to sign on to a special part of Amazon to get the porn pack?
Yeah, I don't think they sell the porn pack on Amazon.
Well, it might be a special little link on Amazon.
He says some of the pigments from the color don't stick to the pages in the Dictator coloring
pigments
book.
and Dictator at the same time?
Yes. Dictator pigs mitts.
Well, his name is Fallujah. Wasn't that a battle in Iraq?
He says as a gag gift he would get this, but only for displaying and not you're that hungry.
They're edible too?
I guess. These are edibles. Edibles crayons.
It's amazing.
All right. Are you a yes or a no?
How much are they?
These are $15 crayons.
It's kind of on the border there. I mean, that's a...
I'm going to go no.
Yeah.
They're not usable.
Yeah.
What about the...
Unless I can get the Dictator coloring book.
What about the toilet aid extender? You're a yes or a no on that?
Just use the crayons or get a bidet.
Maybe that's... Well, this is cheaper than the crayons.
Oh, well, I'm still a no.
Yeah, I'm a no as well. So we got 2 yeses for the pepperoni blanket this week for $30, a no from both of us on the toilet aid wipe extender, and a no for the offensive crayons.
I wasn't offended by the crayons, to be honest with you.
That's because we didn't read the really offensive ones.
Oh, okay.
If you would like to read the really offensive ones, they're on Amazon. Just Amazon search for offensive crayons.
Would it be Christy Alley approved?
Maybe.
She was a Scientologist.
What else does she play on? Cheers.
The babies.
Look who's talking.
Yeah.
Those were good movies.
Cheers was actually a sitcom.
I didn't watch Cheers.
My parents got into it. I was like playing with my Hot Wheels on the carpet between the couch and the TV, going, I was racing backwards.
Racing backwards on the couch.
We had the shag, and you could run your Hot Wheels in it. And it would like push the shag down. So it would be an indentation of a racetrack.
I think my grandparents had shag carpet at their house.
Were you a Matchbox person or a Hot Wheels person?
Hot Wheels.
Or both?
Probably both, actually.
I was both.
Well, my grandmother bought all my cars from the yard sale, so.
So even now, a Hot Wheels like 99 cents. What was it back in the day? A quarter? They had to be cheap because I'd ask for them. My parents would get me one.
Well, it's like I basically got a Hot Wheels car every time we went to the grocery store. Like that was that thing that wasn't going to blow the budget, you know.
Here, Bradley, shut the hell up and here's your Hot Wheel.
Yeah, we went to the grocery store to get whippings. That's where we went.
Yeah, the old lift you up with one arm and you twist, and Mama just follows that butt.
My grandmother's the one who'd beat the crap out of me. I mean, she just lay into me, and it was like practice for my cousin, get ready for her. I was the youngest, so I was the youngest, and my cousin's 4 years younger than me. If one of us did something, it didn't even matter if we were together. We both get whipped.
See, I got whipped by my grandmother, my Georgia grandmother.
We got switched. Did you get switched?
Yeah, but she was real ticked off at me. She's going to give me a whipping, and I took one of her devotional books, where they give you a daily reading, religious reading. I put it in my pants, and she started wailing on my butt, and she hurt her hand, and she was the one crying. And, of course, being me, I turned around, I'm like 8 years old. I said, look who's crying now. And then she really hauled off with the other hand and beat the snot out of me. You? Oh, yeah, that was the end of that. I was crying after I said he was crying.
We would try to run. Like my grandmother, you knew. She was a bigger lady back then. So she's like, she'd start chasing after, and you knew you were about to get whipped. So we'd just take off running the other direction. She'd pull her shoe off, throw her shoe, and it never fell. She'd hit us. And it wouldn't knock us down, but it would enough to, it was like, okay, she's throwing the shoe. We better stop, take our whipping, and then go on about our day. Not that it did any good. All the whippings did for me was teach me how not to do it again. I learned from my mistakes.
See, I had my dad's father. He was an intellectual, which I'm not.
You think?
He would want to discuss what I did wrong and why I was in trouble, but he wouldn't whip me.
Wouldn't that make you mad?
No, well, he would go off on, he was a chemical engineer by trade, by training. I don't know what you call it. Went to school for it.
A trade.
So we deal with engineers every day. They can't communicate with us regular people. So he'd get done lecturing me on all angles of how bad I was. And when he got done, I just go, huh? And he said, did you not? And he would, he had that New England accent. Did you not understand what we just discussed? And I went, huh?
That's like you almost sound like Sean Connery there.
Well, he kind of sounded like that. I've inherited nothing from my father or my grandfather. They were, my father served, and so they had uniforms, so you had to, be for inspections. And my grandfather was very GQ, and I got none of that. Nothing. I got to ask my wife before I leave in the morning. Does this match?
Is this okay?
Yeah.
Is this appropriate to wear?
I don't know what happened. I didn't get the intelligence either. My dad was an economist. My grandfather was a chemical engineer, and I'm not. Let's just go with that.
My grandfather was a nice guy. I got that from him.
They were nice, but,
My grandfather was a hooker. He hooked trailers and trucks together.
Okay.
And he was a hooker. I think we've discussed that before on the show.
A male hooker.
Yeah, a truck hooker.
A truck hooker. Isn't that where you find hookers now? The truck stops?
Rest area.
That's gay hookers.
Is there a difference between a truck stop?
I don't even know if they do that anymore. It's older people that'll tell you, be careful in that bathroom.
Yeah, I don't think they do that anymore.
I do remember seeing holes in the dividers. I didn't know what that was.
Every rest area I've been in has been... I feel like we didn't go in them when I was a kid. Like, if we had to pee...
Well, that was probably that's where the gay... If you think about it, though...
maybe that's why my grandfather would never stop.
If you think about the discrimination, though, back then, for gay people... I don't know all the letters. But if you think about it, if they designated a place that was a safe zone, good for them. Right?
I guess.
I mean, they're not dragging you out, beating you at the trucks, at the rest area. I mean...
But what's the difference between a rest area and a truck stop?
They sell gas at the truck stop, and usually the rest area is owned by the state. They got welcome centers. Isn't that a rest area? You rest.
Yeah, but those were all nice. Like nowadays,
I don't think they were nice back in the old days.
Like in the 80s, early 90s, when I would go to Florida with my grandfather and grandmother, we'd just stop on the side of 75, jump out of the Cadillac, and we'd lay in the back window of the Cadillac.
Be on the side road?
That's it.
Well, that's what we did too.
I mean, you got to go. It's a lot faster to pee on the side of the highway than to pull over somewhere else, like a gas station.
But back then, there was woods. They've developed everything along the interstate. Now you're going to pee, and someone in their little townhouse is going to go, look at that redneck boy taking a piss on the side of the road.
Not in Florida.
Well, you got swamps. They can't build
bare alls.
We would actually bring toilet paper with us. Run out in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've always kept a roll of toilet paper in the back of my truck.
Well, my dad even required us to have a trenching device. We had to bury it. I guess when you were out in the war, you had to bury your doo-doo.
I guess. All right, college football games this weekend. Did you watch any college football, Jamie?
I watched the Horny Toads play the Panthers or Jaguars or whatever they were called.
Kansas State. So
I did not watch the end. So the Horny Frogs were losing real bad when I shut it off.
Well, they tied it back up and put it into overtime. It was actually a very good game.
So I shut it off at the wrong time?
Yep. Pac-12 champions, Utah. Big 12 champions, Kansas State. SEC champions, Georgia. Big 10 champions, Michigan. And the ACC champions are Clemson.
Look at those records. They kind of suck.
It's pretty good. Yeah, ACC was stupid.
So, just for shits and giggles, is it going to be Georgia against Michigan in the final? Or will there be an upset?
Well, that's what we need to pick. So the playoffs are now set for December 31st. You're going to have the University of Georgia's Georgia Bulldogs up against Ohio in the Peach Bowl. You're going to have Michigan versus TCU in the Fiesta Bowl. I'm taking Georgia, of course.
I'm going with Georgia all the way through, too.
Yeah, I think as long as Georgia plays like Georgia's capable of playing, if they play like they did against Oregon, if they play like they did against Tennessee, heck, if they play like they did first half against LSU, they should have no problems whatsoever closing out the Peach Bowl and beating Ohio. I do believe Michigan is a better team than TCU, so I think it's going to be Michigan will beat TCU, Georgia beats Ohio, Georgia against Michigan in the Natty, and Georgia brings it out.
So, look, I mean, TCU lost to Kansas State, and they had a crappy record.
Yeah, but
TCU was unbeaten.
Yeah,
they lost to them.
So it was the second time they played Kansas State,
and they don't learn anything from the first one.
Well, they beat them the first time around, so I think Kansas State was just very prepared. I think TCU is a better team than Kansas State. I just think Kansas State wanted it more. I think TCU's focus was probably on the playoffs. And, you know, going into Sunday morning, the big controversy was who do you let in? Ohio State, Alabama? Who makes it in? You had Alabama and
they lost two, though, didn't they? Alabama?
Well, you know, Nick Saban came out and said Alabama's a better football team than TCU. They should be in. They're a better team than Ohio.
But Nick Saban says that even if they've lost 10 games.
I'm very thankful that
I don't like
Alabama didn't. I don't like him either. I don't think Alabama deserved to be in the final or in the playoffs. Alabama lost 2 games. I don't care if you lost by 1 point or if you lost by 17 touchdowns. It doesn't matter to me. A loss is a loss.
I mean, look, the guy tried the NFL with the Dolphins and sucked. When he has to deal with adults, he can't deal with them. That's why he's dealing with kids.
Yeah, and the state of Alabama bows down to Nick Saban, unless they're an Auburn fan, which is like kind of like being a Tech fan.
Pretty much have to be a graduate of Auburn to be an Auburn fan, don't you?
Or live in Auburn. Because I know people that live in Auburn who are Georgia fans.
Well, it is on the border.
Yeah, it's right there.
We work with someone that went to Auburn.
Do we?
Livingston.
Did he?
Yeah.
He's an Auburn fan, too.
Yeah.
Like you said, you got to graduate.
Sorry, Livingston.
Yeah, well, that explains a lot.
We can't all get into
that explains a lot.
Our favorite schools.
Yeah, we can't all go to the Art Institute.
Oh, but he's from Alabama, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of his thing.
What?
Auburn.
Yeah, well, he went to Auburn.
I think his dad went there, too. It's kind of like a legacy.
All right, Rick Ware Racing has announced that they have formed a technical alliance with RFK Racing for the 2023 season. What about their SHR alliance?
Well, you know, SHR kind of sucked last year. Wouldn't you go? Of course, so did RFK.
Well, I mean,
maybe they're seeing a trajectory of RFK getting better and SHR getting worse.
I think Rick Ware did better last year, staying out of
his drivers
out of the crap, than they have in previous years. So
does SHR, do they do all their engineering in-house? Because they were a Rick Hendricks alliance when they drove Chevys.
Correct.
So they have no alliance in Ford?
Yates makes all the Ford motors for all the Ford teams.
That means they went from buying someone else's technology to having to come up with their own. Is that why they suck, except for their engines?
Nah. I think they were just having an off year.
I mean, isn't buying cars now, you're buying all the parts, isn't it like a giant Lego?
Now it is, yeah. Now it's more and more like a Lego than it ever has been. Kevin Harvick said that, speaking of Stewart-Haas racing, that he will have a decision for the 2024 season made before running the Daytona 500.
So he's got like a month?
He said in the next 2 weeks he's hoping to have an answer. Or the next couple weeks.
What's he doing? Looking at his bank account, seeing if he can survive?
So I was trying to figure out what he was doing as well. I think so that you got a new TV package coming, right?
Brexton's going to come over and race for him?
Well, no, you got a new TV package coming. So you got Fox probably trying to work out the details on what they can pay him or if they're even going to stay in.
Well, they're still going to do that third-person merry-go-round, which is dumb.
Next year.
They're cheap bastards, man.
Fox?
Yeah, Fox.
They don't even go to the racetrack.
Well, the truck race, they sit there in a green screen.
I don't think they should go to the track anymore at all. I think Fox should.
They ought to be banned from the track.
No announcers. 4 hours of cars going around just.
Or if they want to rotate people, just get regular fans to come in.
Yes, let us do it.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll do a whole broadcast for free. No charge.
Oh, we do a whole podcast for free. Why can't we do a broadcast for free?
Exactly.
And we don't have to be there.
No.
They don't send their people there.
We don't have to be on TV. We can watch it from home and do it from the camper.
Yeah. Cody Ware, once again, is dragging in the back.
Yep.
Oh, no, here comes the pack. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Here comes J.J. Yaley.
He wrecked him again.
Here comes Ross Chastain up against the wall.
Can we get Dale to come with us?
To the house?
No, he ain't coming to our house.
We'd go to his
Dale's
house.
a freaking billionaire. I don't care what people say.
We go to his house and do the podcast.
Yeah.
He's got an extra room somewhere.
We could probably go to a wing and he wouldn't even know we're there. Oh, no, that's Denny's house.
That's Denny.
Yeah.
So the Race Team Alliance is looking into possibly having non-sanctioned NASCAR off-season races locally and internationally.
I'm calling bullshit on that.
This was reported by Adam Stern. So
it's leverage. They're just scaring the France family.
Okay.
And Billy Bob Kennedy.
I don't.
Or is his name
Ben?
John F. Kennedy.
No.
Are they related?
Benny.
His mom is a France by birth.
By birth.
So is that the Kennedys or just regular Kennedys?
Well, I'm sure they're related somewhere along the line.
Yeah, but it could be 100 years away.
Kind of like me and my uncle over in London.
Yeah, it could be my cousin John F. Kennedy or my
like your cousin
ancestor.
Al Gore.
Yeah, my ancestor.
Al Gore?
Yeah, my 30th cousin Al Gore, who we're still ashamed of.
So
who invented the internet and global warming.
So these drivers complain already about how long the schedule is, no time off.
They'll have no one to complain to if their teams own the racing.
The teams complain about how much it costs, and here we go. Now they're talking about running off-season races. Like, where's the off-season then?
Think about this. You're going to have you can't use your NASCAR designed car. It's a one design. You probably have to pay royalties, so you're going to have to build a different car to race in this series. And
what if
your sponsors are tied to NASCAR?
Okay. What if the RTA buys in to Sirix? That gives you cars, that gives you sponsorship, that gives you TV broadcast. Heck, that has vehicles set up for dirt or asphalt.
Have you ever wondered why Tony Stewart doesn't run that in the off season? He's got 2 months. He could run the SRX. I know he can't go too far north because snow and cold.
But that's why. So
yeah,
what if
you go like southern Texas and Florida?
What if you do like the SRX RTA series?
Well, that'd work.
And then it's just ran November
with Tony's
December
design car.
Yeah, use the same SRX car. You run it. Or what if they partner with Dale Jr.'s Cars Tour series?
Yeah,
but I actually think partner with Tony would be an easier transition or a faster transition.
And we already have a car that's good at short tracks, and our new car sucks at.
And they can hit South Texas. They can hit Florida,
Volusia County Speedway.
Yeah, you can race in Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana. I mean, you got plenty of southern states.
We got a 3/8 mile in Cordele.
You can go out to Nevada and run.
Yeah.
I mean,
California.
I don't know.
But there's other small tracks out there.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know their names, but look at all the California drivers we got now. Larson, Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon.
Oh, you're talking about just like
racing at smaller tracks in California.
Do they have Bakersfield, like where Kevin Harvick grew up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got plenty of options, though. But the SRX series has cars.
I wonder if legally, what does that team agreement or the charter agreement say in it? Have you ever read it?
No, but I mean,
I'm sure it's a PDF. Maybe that's an assignment for next week.
Hendrick Motorsports,
RCR ran at Coda with a bizarre looking Camaro.
Yeah, I think that was the IMSA deal, though.
Oh, they were testing that sucker out.
Yeah, I think that's what that, or maybe they're just testing crap out. I mean, it looked like a Gen 6 front end with a Gen 7 rear end with a car
stretched out like a dragster, a funny car.
With a car of tomorrow spoiler on it. So, Snowball Derby was this weekend. I did not watch the Snowball Derby. It's just not something I'm paying $50 for.
Was it even televised? It wasn't.
Yeah, it's a $50 pay-per-view event.
I watched segments on YouTube when it was over.
I watched segments from people on Twitter. So, Brad Keselowski did not make the main event. William Byron started 13th in the final race and finished 6th. Eric Jones started 12th.
He got run over. Eric Jones did.
Yeah.
By Majeski. I mean, just tore his car to pieces.
That's why he finished 33rd. Noah Gragson started 5th, finished 20th. Josh Berry was leading with like 50 laps to go and got turned around for no apparent reason. Well, it's only because the guy behind him doesn't know how to pass, so he had to wreck him. So Josh Berry finished 25th. Tom Majeski started 15th, finished 10th. Sammy Smith started 28th, finished 2nd. And Corey Haim started 19th, finished 28th.
Wasn't Corey Haim a child star in the 80s?
I don't know.
Didn't he star in the Goonies? Wasn't that Corey Haim?
Maybe. I don't know. Like I was too young for that.
Yeah, they still show it on TNT like every Sunday.
Yeah, but I'm not watching the Goonies. It was stupid. I've seen part of it and didn't like it. Denise likes it. I just thought it was stupid.
I liked it back when I was 8.
I still thought yeah, I'm just not a fan of the Goonies. Chase Elliott wins the most popular driver award.
Oh, there's a shocker. Series. Wow.
Noah Gragson wins it for the Xfinity.
Because when I voted for him, he was the only choice I had.
Did it? I voted for Ryan Blaney 3 times, and every time I voted, it said Chase Elliott.
Yeah.
Ryan Blaney put on a...
Did the
campaign.
Software they use on their website was the same as the ones that counts votes?
In Arizona.
In Arizona?
Yeah.
Arizona only?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's the Arizona. They use the Arizona vote counting machine, the one they have, that the only one they're allowed to use. They use that one to count the votes for the most popular driver award.
So I'm going to stick up for our governor, who got reelected, by the way. Like when Trump claimed Georgia's voting was fraudulent, how did Kemp, a Republican, also win? They just switched Donald Trump's votes? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah. That's exactly what they're saying.
But not all the other Republicans have won?
Well, how can you have voter suppression and record voter turnout at the same time?
Well, I voted often.
Well, like I said, how do you have both, though? You can't have voter suppression and record turnout at the same time. You just can't.
And our Secretary of State was reelected. who Trump went after.
Exactly.
So, I'm sorry, Donald Trump, but I'm from Georgia, and you fought us, and we won.
Hey, Cypress Hill's performing the mid-race concert for the Clash.
That's stupid. I thought we wanted to bring young people. I was a baby when they were big.
So,
They invented rap, didn't they?
I've been reading people's, negative remarks on Twitter since they announced this, and this is comical to me.
What happened? The Rolling Stones turned it down?
Cypress Hill, Ice Cube. Ice Cube did mid-race last. Some guy.
Well, at least Ice Cube's on TV still with his NCIS.
No, that's Ice-T.
Oh. Are you sure?
Yes.
No, I think
Ice Cube, NWA, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eazy-E, that whole crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Ice Cube.
NWA.
That's Ice Cube.
I think Ice Cube is on some TV show.
He did that one show with Kevin Hart.
And his buddy invented the Beats.
Yeah. Beats by Dre.
Uh-huh.
That Apple bought for
same guy.
Billions.
But that's my age bracket, which we got our age bracket.
What I'm saying,
we need 20-year-olds and 15-year-olds.
Some guy on Twitter was saying, I can't believe you have Cypress Hill, a band that glorifies rap music, that glorifies drug use, smoking marijuana. You're going to have, and hating on the police, play a mid-race
But
concert.
all the young kids are on marijuana. Don't we need marijuana people?
Yeah, but this guy's saying this about Cypress Hill when
I don't even know who Cypress Hill really is.
Ice Cube opened up last time. Ice Cube, NWA. I mean, they're not lovers of the police either.
Name a song Cypress Hill sang that was a hit.
Rock Superstar.
I don't remember it.
Hits from the Bong. I've seen Cypress Hill in concert twice, actually.
Well, they were on Lollapalooza. I didn't pay much attention to it.
I saw them on Lollapalooza.
But that was in the 90s, dude.
I saw them open up for Blink-182 as well.
So who would be a pertinent group to open up the Coliseum?
I don't know. I think most new music
Country seems to be the big thing right now, right?
So,
what about that black dude that's on the country that sings that song?
Wagon Wheel?
Yeah.
Darius Rucker from Hootie?
No, the other guy, the young kid. He had a big-ass hit.
I have no idea.
Gonna put on my cowboy boots and ride my horse backwards.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He was on all the TV last year. He won a Grammy, a CMA. The gay black dude.
No idea who you're talking about.
I can't Google because I'm on airplane mode.
I've taken your Google.
What is that dude's name?
I didn't make Jamie put his phone on airplane mode, but he doesn't know how to use focus, so we just had to do it this way.
No, if I, for work, call someone for some reason, if they call back
that day,
it goes through that day. So focus doesn't block them.
Let's start sticking your phone in the refrigerator.
I'm trying to be a team player here after that team training.
Team training, accountability. Was that
avoidance?
Accommodator.
You know what the best out of that team training is?
What?
Getting to know the team.
That's it.
I mean, we bonded with people we don't bond with normally.
Yeah, we had a good time actually.
Yeah.
But I've done the training 3 times. And I don't think it's
bad.
I don't think the purpose is necessarily the training. I think the purpose is to teach us to work together. This isn't leadership
without hatred because we already work together.
Yeah, but we
might blame
us like each other.
Yeah,
and it's to teach us that we all think differently.
Yeah,
like I said, I actually can't.
I thought it was
too much about.
No, it's a good. And the best part is meeting people we don't normally meet, which actually helps build a team better.
So one more thing I want to say about Cypress Hill.
Oh, you found something out about them?
Everybody
no one knows about these guys.
All you people complaining about Cypress Hill opening up.
Are they from New York?
Get over it. That's all I'm going to say. Get over it. Look, we want to bring in new fans, right? We give our new fan base.
We brought in, you and I have brought in 2 fans.
Well,
actually, I'm not sure about him. His wife likes us.
Wendy definitely likes us.
I don't know about him. Hirsch
probably likes us. He likes to hate us at least.
What's his real name? Hirschberg? Hirschbaum? Hirschberger?
We're going with Hirsch. I can pronounce that. Like Hirsch E.
Hirsch kind of rags on us for our pronunciations.
Well, so
his wife is a
he expects
speech therapist.
She's a linguinist.
Oh, yeah. She likes linguine. Shouldn't she's Italian?
No, what I'm saying.
Go ahead with your Cypress Hill.
The Clash, Cypress Hill.
I like the Clash.
None of that matters to us.
Get the Clash at the Clash.
None of that matters for regular fans because this race is to bring new fans in, not for regular fans. I don't give a crap if they take a halftime break. Take a halftime break. But we're going to be on the road for the Cannonball Run anyway.
I'm imagining that Cypress Hill is going to bring in people 10 years older than me.
No.
You don't think so?
No, they'll probably...
When I saw Cypress Hill, I had to hitch a ride with a friend that had a driver's license.
The local dispensary over there in L.A. will probably do some kind of buy 2 pre-rolls.
Free bong hits?
Yeah, buy 2 pre-rolls, get a free Clash ticket or something. Something like that.
Huh.
That's what I'm thinking.
You think we'll make it in time for the Clash?
No. We would have to make it there in like 20 hours.
You know, if the Prius makes it, I'm going to give the car to my youngest Dave.
Are you? As a gift?
Yeah, like here's the finished college car.
You didn't get to go to the Cannonball Run, but you get the car that we did the Cannonball Run.
Here, it's got 220,000 miles on it. It's got that battery pack.
We just added 6,000 miles to it. We know it's good to go.
Yeah.
All right, Cocaine Bear.
Got to see it. I got to see it. You need to go.
How did you find this Cocaine Bear?
So I read an article like 2 weeks ago about Cocaine Bear, and that it was a real life story. It's like the people from, I don't know, your wife probably likes this. I had to see it in the theater. Wasn't a big fan.
Cocaine Bear?
No, those people that sing in college competition, a cappella singing thing, movie.
Hamilton?
No, I saw that. That was actually good once I saw it. That's the musical.
Acapella type singing.
Yeah, they're in college. It wasn't my thing in college, but evidently they got these sing groups that sing against each other and
like boy
judges. Yeah, but no music.
Sing against each other.
There was like 1 and 2. They were big hits. My wife took me to the theater to see both.
American Idol.
No, it's in the theaters, not bad TV reality crap.
Opera.
No! I'm going off airplane mode, dude.
What are you?
I'm going.
Acapella singers. Is there 3?
I missed a call.
Is it a quartet?
No! I'm just going to Google. All right, let's turn off.
Acapella singers?
Dang it, dude.
I have no idea. So while you're Googling your acapella singers...
We don't want dead air. Let me Google.
Cocaine Bear is a real story.
It actually happened in Georgia.
It's a 174-pound black bear. He died in 1985 from ingesting a duffel bag full of cocaine. Andrew Thornton was smuggling cocaine back to Kentucky. The plane was overweight, so he dropped one of the duffel bags of cocaine out over the North Georgia mountains. Shortly thereafter, his plane started going down and he had to jump out. His parachute did not work and it killed him. And the bear was found months later dead, laying next to an open duffel bag and around 40 open baggies of cocaine. And this was in Georgia, Cocaine Bear.
So you need to go to YouTube and watch the trailer for Cocaine Bear.
So Hollywood has picked up on the Cocaine Bear phenomenon and is making a movie for Cocaine
Perfect.
Bear. Pitch Perfect. The movie?
Yeah, that's...
Never seen it.
I don't even know why I had to look it up. I forgot.
Because they were singing on Cocaine Bear. No, I don't know. We're talking about Cocaine Bear.
Oh, no, Cypress Hill.
I thought we were talking about Cocaine Bear.
Oh, yeah, they're the producers that did... I forgot
Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect.
Is doing Cocaine
They're doing Cocaine Bear.
So they're making a movie
on the Cocaine Bear.
And I watched the trailer this morning of the bear trying to jump in the back of the ambulance all jacked up on cocaine.
I laughed so hard I was crying.
I thought you were kidding.
Like the drug dealer's like, the bear's doing like a whole kilo of cocaine and he's like, yeah, don't do that. The bear doesn't. He goes, oh, I wonder how that's going to affect the bear. And he starts like sliding across the ground.
On his back.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing ever, man.
No, I'm going to go see that the first weekend it's out.
You'll probably be the only one.
I think it's going to be a hit.
No, it didn't. It looked like
a dumb movie.
Yes. It actually looked like an overpaid, cheaply made movie.
With a lot of stars. An ensemble cast. I said ensemble without stuttering. That's pretty good.
You said it correctly, too.
Yeah. With the correct amount of syllables.
Is that right, Wendy? Did he get that correct?
Help us, Wendy.
Janet's usually the one that helps on our pronunciation.
Is she a speech pathologist? No, that's a doctor. Pathology, isn't that a coroner?
Coroner?
Yeah, people that discover why you died.
That come out to the crime scene. I know what a coroner is. I've seen CSI.
So a speech pathologist, is that someone that discovers why you can't talk? Why you lost your voice?
Why when you sound like us, they probably figure out where you're from.
Do you want to just go ahead and read our hate mail?
Yeah, let's just go ahead and jump from Cocaine Bear. I think that was all we had.
So I'm just filling in some dude. He listened to us, but we've been saying I don't know the password to our email, so he DM'd me, but he calls it something else. So I'm thinking the guy's older than us. He calls it an IM.
Are you going to read the email, or am I going to?
No, you're going to read it. But he said, "What are your emails?" And he said he listened to our podcast, so I sent it to him. So this was Thanksgiving Day. It took him, what was that, 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago?
Last week. Week before last.
Took him 2 weeks to grow his balls to send his hate mail to us. We're not sure if it's hate mail or fan mail.
I think he likes us.
Do you think?
I'm just glad he took the time to write us. I mean, we're going to dedicate a whole segment here to Hirsch's letter.
Hey, I think you should read it, because then you're going to say the F-bombs.
I'm not saying the F-bomb.
Yeah, you need to.
I'm not.
You need to read it verbatim.
It's just not happening, my friend.
Yes.
No.
Well, how are you going to say F-bombs?
I'll say F-bombs.
F-word? Fricking? Are you going to change it to fricking?
Just say effing.
All right, that works. But he is actually saying the UK-ing, the ducking.
Yeah, he
goes total duck.
Well, he's got to be from up north.
Well, he says he's from Massachusetts because he doesn't have sex with his daughter. Or somebody, his sister. I don't know. Go ahead, Brad. Take it away.
So he says, James, first off, thanks for replying to my IM and giving me your email addresses. Can't decide if you're stupid or just don't care.
About what?
Should we answer his questions as we go or come back?
Let's do it.
So he can't decide if we're stupid or just don't care.
About what?
I
care about some things and some things I don't care about.
So it must just be stupid. Because we care.
So we only have two choices? If we don't care, we're stupid?
That's what he's saying here.
Well, thanks, Hirsch. I'm pissed off at you now. Go ahead.
So, I've made the mistake of playing your podcast from Boston to Miami on our annual drive to my mother's house for Thanksgiving. Hey, you had enough content for the entire drive.
Well, that's positive, but I don't think I would want to hear us for, what is that, 20-hour drive, 24-hour?
It's a long drive. We should have looked that up.
Well, driving from where we're at, my son was in college in Boston. It's like a 19-hour drive.
So Hirsch goes on to say, I really hate you guys.
Thanks, Hirsch.
My wife loves you.
Thanks, you.
WTF. We both hate NASCAR. That's changing. We will watch some this season.
So we converted some people.
You're a bunch of effing idiots.
Well, yes, we agree.
Yes, Jamie, effing idiots. Now you have to say the F-bomb. You guys really suck. You really sucked at the start. Like donkey-sized dicks. This is my favorite. Brad is as country as a hillbilly and a banjo. I do not own a banjo.
No, he's a guitar player.
Not a banjo player.
Yeah.
Jamie, you slip in and out of accents like a short-bust linguist.
Bust or bus?
Bus.
Oh, like
short bus.
I don't get it.
Wendy,
Linguini.
Wendy, my wife, is a speech therapist.
Oh, well, Wendy would know.
She says Brad has never left the South and Jamie has lived all over the world.
Brad went to Buffalo, New York this summer. He's left the South.
Is that true? Because my wife knows everything. So,
at least he knows his wife will beat his ass.
My wife knows everything, too.
Mine does, too.
She's always right. Never wrong.
Even when she's wrong, she's right.
That's a fact.
Yep.
So, yes, I am from the South. I'm born and raised here. Never lived anywhere but the South. I've visited other places, but she is 100% correct. I have never lived anywhere other than the South. Jamie he has lived all over the world.
All over the world. So, yeah, you're right.
Our guess is that Brad drives a Chevy or a Ford, and Jamie really drives a Porsche. Please confirm.
Hirsch, Brad drives a Mini Cooper. Sucker!
Well, to be fair, I do have a Chevy Suburban.
I do have a Chevy, too.
We got the Mini Cooper to drive around town to save on gas, so I think he's spot on.
And I really do. Actually, I don't have a Porsche right now. Brad does.
So he said, we will be watching the Cannonball Run this weekend to see what the hell you guys are rambling about. We're good.
Yeah.
You think we should get royalties from the Cannonball Run?
I don't think people have watched them in 30 years.
I know. So that's at least 3 new people that have watched recently. Me,
Will we get a penny a listen? Can we get a penny per view?
Maybe.
Should we contact Netflix or Google Prime?
So he says...
Google Prime, that's not it.
It's Amazon Prime. You idiot.
Ugh.
Hirsch goes on to say, F you guys for making me like you. And F you for converting my wife to a NASCAR fan. I may have to take her to New Hampshire for a race next year.
Hey, Hirsch, can we stay at your house when you go?
Yeah, we'll go.
Yeah, we might even get a press pass for that one.
Heck, we can all go.
Yeah.
Brad, we know Jamie is a Quaker Catholic Jew Baptist.
Oh, I got
his religion is about as effed up as his accent.
I got a bone to pick with that. He didn't pay attention on our podcast.
You didn't say you were Jewish.
No.
Well, you did. I think you said...
My grandmother was.
Well, I think you said you were quarter.
But that's ethnicity. Yeah, I couldn't. Hey, tell Wendy to call me for a free session. I need Wendy.
He needs a lot of speech therapy. Actually, we both do.
Yeah.
We can make that a segment on the show, speech therapy.
Tell her to just send words and see if we can pronounce them.
It probably wouldn't help. So it says... he says, Wendy or Brad, we know Jamie is a Quaker Catholic Jew Baptist. His religion is about as effed up as his accent. Wendy would like to know your religion. What is it? I am a Baptist. You were correct. Says, we also listen to Small Town Murder. So are you a Catholic of the South? Yes, I am a Baptist. You called that one. Never left the South.
So since Wendy knows everything, is Wendy the one actually said these things to you and you put them in an email? Hirsch?
No, I think Hirsch.
That's such a Yankee name, Hirsch. Have you ever run into a Hirsch in Georgia?
No. You're riding a Hearst when you die.
But
not a Hirsch.
My Camaro had a Hurst shifter. Not a Hirsch shifter. No, I'm stuttering. Shifter.
So he says, in conclusion, you entertained us for 18 hours. We thank you for that. I'm married and have never been attracted to my sister. It's illegal up here in Massachusetts. I know that's the norm in NASCAR.
It's not the norm.
I hate you for liking you, and if I ever have to go to a NASCAR race with Wendy, I'll hate you more. P.S. Did you both really go to college and went into HVAC?
But he put R.
Well, it is.
But that's like 20 years ago. We dropped the R.
Yeah, some people. The refrigeration guys still use it.
I think he's an idiot that got on Google.
So, yes, we both did go to college. I went to 2 colleges. I went to art school, and then I went to schooling, got a bachelor's degree in sales.
I got a bachelor's in history, so...
Do you huff refrigerant? No.
You know, I don't think anyone's ever huffed refrigerant.
And then he closes out with, learn to pronounce some words too. Hate you later, Hirsch.
Well, Hirsch, tell Wendy to give us some pointers. I mean, really, she's the pro and we're not. We've never admitted to being pros at anything other than air conditioning.
I've been screwing up my pronunciation since I started pronunciating.
Well, I went to a state college. Actually, I went to HVAC school to be HVAC.
I went to art school.
Then I went to college.
Not linguinist school. Linguinist.
I'm not sure.
Is that what they call it? You get a degree in linguinist?
So do they teach that at an Italian restaurant?
Is that
Does it come with cheese sticks?
They didn't teach it at art school, so they don't teach linguinist at art school.
I think with every linguinist degree, you should get that pepperoni blanket.
Where do you think Hirsch went to school at?
Well,
I'd like to know.
He says he's a lawyer.
Hirsch, can you send us another email? Oh, yeah. My email Jamie gave you is wrong. There's a H at the end of Delia. So it's Delia with an H.
Well, just send it to our
Or you can send it to
Brad figured out our password.
Yeah, our Google email.
Have you ever looked, see if we missed some emails?
Yeah. It's loaded on my phone. I just didn't know the password to get back in.
Oh, okay.
To give it to you. It's racecarbackwardspod@gmail.com. Or Hirsch, you've got our other emails. Just add an H to the Delia, and that'll come directly to me. And again, thank you, Hirsch, for sending the email.
I've seen mountains in Western.
This gave me a good laugh today, man. This was what I started my day with this.
I actually went and dropped a deuce
while reading it
without the little hiney scratcher. I use regular water.
I mean,
and then I came back and
you guys a bunch of effing idiots.
We are.
We even said it. This is a podcast for idiots by idiots.
What's weird is he and Wendy kind of, other than the Jew thing, I guess we're too dumb to lie.
Yeah.
And they were able to fill in the blanks, but I've never listened to you for 18 hours straight. I mean, geez.
We're about to.
You think old Putin could listen to us for 18 hours straight and aim a missile at us?
No way that wackadoodle could do 18 hours of anything straight. Well, when we go on the Cannonball Run, that's like 45 hours in the car together. Are we going to listen to our podcast?
Listen to us talk?
It's at least, we have enough content for
You think
sure.
we got 40 hours worth of content?
Yes. We have 43 episodes at an hour.
We got that award from Anchor.
Yeah, we have more. We have what, 2,300 something minutes?
More content than 96% of the podcasters
on Anchor or on Spotify. So yes, we make enough content for you to go on trips from Massachusetts to Miami.
We're gonna be live streaming. We're gonna have new content.
Yeah, we'll listen to our new content.
Yeah,
as we make it.
We'll make you listen to our new content while we're listening to it.
I might have to get a banjo.
Is there a banjo shop? There's a Guitar Center. Is there a banjo center?
I think they sell banjos at Guitar Center.
Is that at Gatlinburg, Tennessee? The Banjo Center? Dolly Parton owns it?
I think banjos would be even farther north than Tennessee.
Kentucky.
Kentucky,
Kentucky's West Virginia. Banjo Center.
West Virginia.
Southern Virginia. Around Bristol. Raceway.
Well, that's Tennessee.
Yeah, but it's right there. It's like an hour from Kentucky.
Yeah,
it's
like Knoxville.
Down the road.
Knoxville's probably like that whole corner of Tennessee is probably hillbilly country.
Yeah, West Virginia, Southern Virginia, Kentucky, and Tennessee. And the mountains of North Carolina. They're all right there. Do you think they clog?
While playing banjo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would say after going to North Wilkesboro that they're into banjos and clogging.
I think they're...
and their sisters.
Oh, definitely.
So, Hirsch, we're not where sisters are attractive.
I think in North Wilkesboro, their family trees are telephone poles.
Yeah.
There's not a branch or a fork in that thing.
Nope.
Hey, Metallica's announced that they have a new studio album coming out along with a new tour. The album's going to be called 72 Seasons, and they're going to do a world tour called M72.
Why?
I don't know. It's a 2-year tour. The album comes out on April 14th next year. They're going to tour for 2 years all over North America and Europe. They're playing nowhere near the Southeast. It's 2 nights.
I know a lot of Metallica fans in Georgia.
If they played it, I was going. If they would have played in Georgia or at least close by, I would have went because it's a 2-night show. Each night has different opening acts, and each night will be completely different set list. I would have went to that. That would have actually been really cool. But I'm not going to pay to fly, pay to get a hotel, and then pay to go to the concert for 2 days.
Think we get a press pass for that?
Highly doubtful. Highly doubtful.
We talk a lot of rock in our podcast.
You think Metallica's going to give us a press pass?
I didn't think NASCAR would, and they did.
Yeah, I think Metallica's ego is way bigger than NASCAR's.
You think?
Oh, yeah. You've listened to Metallica talk? Lars got caught buying Ticketmaster tickets and reselling them.
Really?
Yeah.
That's about stupid.
I don't know if it was Lars himself, but he was somehow tied to it. Which Ticketmaster?
I thought they got pissed off at Ticketmaster.
That was Napster.
Oh, that was that other band, the grunge band. They got pissed off.
Who?
At Ticketmaster. Pearl Jam.
Oh. For what?
Remember they protested Pearl Jam? I mean, they protested Ticketmaster.
Well, a lot of people did. And
then Nikki Swift, she just had a big problem, or whatever her name is. Taylor Swift.
Taylor. You don't listen to
Dude, she's
Swift?
I mean, my wife does. She's bigger than the Beatles. She's gigantic, dude.
It's kind of surprising, too.
She's not just country. She's everywhere.
Yeah. I'm not a T Swift fan.
You sure they ain't a different name?
I tell you who I do like. Pantera.
Pantera. Yeah, I like Pantera.
So on December 2nd, last Friday, in Mexico at the Heaven and Hell Metal Festival, Pantera played their first show in over 20 years. After the death of Dimebag and Vinny, I never thought we'd see Pantera play again. So you had Zakk Wylde from Black Sabbath and Black Label Society, who was playing guitar for Dimebag, and Charlie from Anthrax was on the drums, filling in for Vinny. Were you a Pantera fan back in the day?
I was not a gigantic one, but I liked them. They opened for a lot of bands I went to see. They had not taken off to the point that they...
So would you go see them?
I would.
Yeah, I would too. I like the lineup. I mean, Zach's probably one of the, in my opinion, one of the best guitar players currently playing.
But you're more into rock. I was more into...
I was into metal.
Grunge. I was into metal too, but...
All right, for our motel reviews this week, we are going to go to our third stop. Our third stop on the Cannonball Run will be Memphis, Tennessee. Jamie, if we were getting a hotel room in Memphis, where would we not want to get a hotel room at?
Well, of course, we would not want to go to the Knights Inn in Memphis.
I haven't found a Knights Inn that we would want to go to.
It's titled Horrible and Very Dangerous by Cheryl's 470.
Dude, how
1 out of 5.
You couldn't have printed this any smaller?
I don't know what happened.
Like, you printed this in like elf-size letters.
It's like 9.
Hey, get out my old people glasses here.
Actually, I got to take my glasses off to read it. That's why I got this string around here.
You need to borrow mine?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Or those got the other focal. I don't know what the bifocal is on focal.
These are my spectacles. I can see.
Spectacles?
I can see your little bitty writing.
I got to take my glasses off to read it because it's.
I got to put mine on to read it. You got to take yours off.
And then it did it on 2 columns. So I stayed at the Knights Inn at 2949 Airways Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee, 38131.
USA.
So we know exactly where that is if you want to Google it.
Stay there from
July 1 to 13. That's a long stay. And they were horribly disappointed. I've stayed in spare rooms in bars, in third world countries, and hostels that made the movie of the same name look tame. And this was one of my top 10 worst experiences. The room was horrible. The locks did not work. One is actually missing. The lock where you flip the loop over the door is gone.
Gone?
Yeah. The loop. You know what that thing is, that loop.
Oh, yeah.
The peephole didn't work. That's just a hole in the door. How did it not work?
Maybe
some Chester molester painted it black, got a Sharpie and covered it.
There was somebody's dang finger in that peephole the whole time we was there. At the Knights Inn. Bless their heart.
Were they peeping in it? The bathroom door would not close. The floors and walls are all stained with some brownish and red substance. Why don't they just say it? Poo and blood.
Poo and blood.
That should be a horror movie, Poo and Blood.
Probably is. Sounds like a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Or a Hirsch movie.
Poo Blood.
He's a lawyer.
Poo Blood 1.
Poo Blood.
Is Hirsch a lawyer?
Yeah. I looked at his email. It was like, Hirsch Sims. Do you think his first name is Sims, last name Hirschberger? Barger? Or is his last...
We're going to have to get Hirsch on the show. You know that?
You think you would get on it?
Hirsch, send us an email, man. We want to get you on the show.
You know what? I picture Hirsch as being like the Yankee Matlock. Some New England town. And he can't have his little seersucker suit on, so they wear tweed with arm patches. He's wandering around the town square.
Like
all the murders in his little town.
How old do you think Hirsch is?
I think he's in his 60s.
60s?
Hey, he could be 20s. I don't know.
I was going to say...
He's old enough to drive. We know that.
I was going to say like 38, 39, 40.
How long do you think he's been married on Wendy?
I don't know.
I think Wendy's cooler than Hirsch.
We're going to send Hirsch an email to get answers now.
Or Wendy. Wendy
likes us.
Yeah.
I think Hirsch likes us now. He might not after today, but going into this episode.
So she says the sheets, towels, washcloths, pillows, comforters are all threadbare and stained, probably with brown poo and blood. The furniture and electronics are from the 70s and broken. The tables sway if anything is set on them, and the remote is missing. Batteries and a battery cover are also gone. The mirrors are chipped. The outlets will not hold plugs and shock you if you touch them. Most of the lamps and fixtures that do work do not have light bulbs, and the ones that do have no covering. There were used condoms in the dresser. That seems to be where they keep them. Some have just been on the floor.
Ones?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you keep them in the garbage?
No, those were vibrators that girl saw with a GoPro camera on the...
Why wouldn't you just throw it in the garbage? You think they probably didn't have a garbage can?
I ain't going to touch a used condom.
Not you. When you get done using it, why would you go get up, open the dresser drawer, throw them in, and shut the drawer?
Because you're weird,
You're just one sick individual if you did that. Yeah. If you're the guy who put your used condoms in the drawer at the... Night's End and
maybe
Memphis,
he was
Tennessee,
recycling them.
Please reach out.
Maybe he's going to use them a second time.
Ooh,
that's really gross. That got you dizzy, didn't it?
I can't look far off in these reading glasses.
The shower curtain was covered in mold. The bathroom walls and tub were covered with mold and mildew and reddish brown stain. We know that. The toilet does not flush unless you hold down the handle.
That's that red mold from North Wilkesboro.
From Cocaine Bear.
They got that in Memphis, too.
The knob of the sink was held onto, would squirt water out. There were no cleaning supplies. In the morning, after driving 6 hours nonstop in order to sleep, well, now they're just rambling. Lastly, there is no security. Evidence is the fact that my car was broken into at the parking lot. My GPS, iPod, and digital compass and my iPod dock were stolen. Why were you leaving them? Isn't Memphis one of the highest crime areas in the country? It's worse than Chicago.
I hate to tell you, but if they stole your iPod, you should be thanking them.
I think that Cheryl's old. I haven't had an iPod since like 2005. I checked out, and so on my way to a conference was over, I was actually frightened. I'm nice enough here. It was just this hotel. And then something vacationer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in 2022.
That's the next review.
Oh, I copy and pasted on. Okay.
All right, Joe.
This is the deluxe inn.
That's as bad as Joe Biden reading. Pause. Repeat.
Applesauce.
Next slide, please.
Applesauce. Jill, that tissue already had snot on it, Jill.
Clap here, Joe.
My first impression, this is a deluxe inn, was wow when I walked into the lobby. Simply beautiful. Great atmosphere, nice bar. But it was downhill from there. I checked into the celebrity suite for 2 nights.
Heck yeah.
At $1,695 per night. So I expected to be treated well and have a nice room.
You think?
The suite decor was standard but acceptable. However, the kitchen might as well have been in a mobile home. Nothing wrong with a mobile home, but it certainly was not even up to Motel 6 standards. I did have a Keurig with a couple of K-cups of coffee available. For the first day, and then later, didn't even have a trash can available. Not a single glass, plate, or anything of that sort in sight. We got coffee maker and 2 cups of coffee. That's it. Certainly could not have friends gather for snacks before going out.
You know, I mean,
generally, with this type of luxury suite, every class hotel provides certain amenities, such as a bottle of wine or champagne and a fruit bowl, etc.
Hey, we got.
Oh, this is the Peabody.
We got a Capri Sun and a Pop-Tart at the Beach House Inn.
No, we did. A used Pop-Tart. They provided a small bag of barbecue popcorn. Seriously? But I'm not even complaining about that. Just noteworthy that they do not know how to treat guests that pay a luxury price. More to come.
I think he is complaining.
Upon check-in in the beautiful lobby, they failed to program the keys to the concierge lounge, a touted benefit of the $1,700night.com. Hold it, but he just said $1,695.
We rounded up.
Oh.
$1,700 a night room.
Another trip to the lobby, and we did get that fixed. My wife and I had working vacations and stayed the most of the first day. We attempted to order room service for lunch. When we could not get room service to answer for many rings, this was at noon, called the concierge who is supposed to be taking care of our issues while we stay there. The concierge just redirected us to call room service. That kind of seems to be how everything is after COVID, though.
Yeah.
That's me saying it, not
redirect,
not
avoid,
Dingleberry. Yeah.
Dingleberry.
And then he told me room service had to be ordered off the TV menu. So after fiddling with it for about 10 minutes, I finally located room service on the TV. Why not have an app?
Because they already had the TV.
TV ordering is so 2000s, dude. Remember you'd check out 2000s. Of your TV?
It's 2022.
I'm talking about 2 triple knots.
Oh. Triple 000?
Yeah.
Triple goose eggs?
So when he located on the TV, it said they had to call room service to place an order. I'd get a little pissed at $1,700 a night. I then called the concierge back, now very frustrated, and told him they would see to it the room service would call me shortly. And of course, I never received a call and was never able to order room service.
Of course not.
So get DoorDash. Oh my God, this guy keeps going.
Man.
When we got ready to go out for the afternoon, we took the note that the mail never came by to clean the room. Maid. I need to clean a jet on my printer, it looks like. I had seen her in the hall earlier, and I told her that we were there, but she could clean any time. Since she did not clean the room, I stopped by the front desk and asked the room to be cleaned. Incredibly, they told me that I had not requested a cleaning. What? A $1,700 a night room, and I have to make special requests to have it cleaned? I understand the COVID policy, but for $1,700 a night, why wouldn't the hotel have asked me?
I kind of agree
upon check-in.
I kind of agree with some of this stuff. Like
$1,700 is pretty expensive.
Yeah, I mean, we got mad at $59 a night.
We got mad at the Falcons for not letting us go to the parking garage
because they didn't want anybody to see them eating.
Well, they didn't want to see their schemes.
Yeah,
it didn't work.
Falcons,
and they still don't work. I hate the Falcons, but they're my favorite NFL team.
I didn't hate them until that trip to Charlotte.
The manager came over and asked what floor I was on. I told her, and she responded to, "Too late." Wow. Talk about being treated like a second-class citizen. How much does one need to pay per night at the Peabody to get a room cleaned in the afternoon?
Oh, does he want dual cleanings?
Yeah, he wants a bidet.
He wants somebody to clean it twice?
I guess. For $1,700 a night, jeez.
$1,700 a night. It should be. Hey, I'm going to be out between this hour and this hour. Clean it then.
As a consolation, the manager said she would have the room refreshed, towels and such. I said fine, and we left for the evening. The next morning, I got up to find no coffee. Yes, the maid did refresh the room, towels only, but did not bother to leave coffee. I know I keep going back to this, but should I not have had a minimum expectation that I can get a cup of coffee in my room for $1,700 a night? Motel 6 would make sure you get a cup. No, they won't.
No, they won't.
No.
Motel 6 will leave a turd in the sheets.
Uh-huh.
And then tell you.
With pubes.
And then when you get up and go to the front.
It's your fault.
They're going to tell you you're lying. You brought that turd from home.
So he says it keeps getting better. So the morning of checkout, I find the folio that had been slipped under the door. I open it to find that the Peabody charged $1,980 for the celebrity suite. Wow. So $16.95 for the first night, then for $19.80 for the second night. Maybe that is because I requested that my room get clean. The second day, LOL, but not funny. I'm questioning the front desk. They acknowledged the mistake and removed the extra charge. Wait, we're not done. I called my car up from valet. The valet brought the car around, handed me the keys as he took the tip out of my hand and scurried off. Did not even offer to assist loading the bags in the car. Wish I could have grabbed that tip back out of his hand, but by the time I was not surprised based upon the Peabody's level of service I received throughout the stay. My recommendation to you is do not stay here. Leave before dinner cocktail in their historic lobby and know that you are getting the best that the Peabody has to offer. It's all downhill from there. Huh.
Well, I can assure you, for $1,700 a night, I'm not going to stay there.
You know, our boss's boss lives in Memphis.
Yeah.
Do you think he has stayed at the Peabody Hotel?
I don't know. We should have asked him.
Well, I might see him tomorrow. I'll ask him then.
Yeah.
I got more training.
Me, we all trained up.
Well, this isn't team building. I think this is to make sure that we're a team when we meet tomorrow, that the team building worked.
December is the month of training.
It is a training month.
Where are we going next, Sunshine?
I'm going to the meeting in Marietta. Where are you going? Oh, you mean here. Okay. Well, this is a Days Inn, and they call it a drug dealer's haven.
That's what they say about Days Inn.
And look, they're by Wyndham.
That's fact. That's where all the drug dealers go. I think they get bonus points when they're a drug dealer. He says,
warning, all caps, do not stay here.
Not all caps.
How it stays open to the public is a crime in itself. It is a drug dealer's haven. We arrived around 5. When we entered the area, it seemed okay. There was a new-looking restaurant next door and 2 other hotels across the street. We travel a lot with our dogs and have stayed in Red Roof hotels because they are dog-friendly policy.
That's because they're nasty.
We ran deal no frills for days as long as the hotel is safe and clean. And generally, this chain is fine. But when we arrived, we did notice some shady-looking characters hanging around that made us wonder. I suppose we optimistically hoped they would drift away. Usually they don't, though. That's their place. That's their corner, dude.
Is mine easier to read than yours?
No. As the evening progressed, it became increasingly noisy with cars driving around the parking lot over and over. Just a lot of general noise of people gathering. In the early hours, sirens owned the noise, and we realized they were at our hotel. Paramedics and fire, probably reasonable assumption, because there was a drug overdose. Police followed. An hour after, we hear a group of people outside the door, and they banged on it and said as hard as they could, then ran away. Wow. Earlier, after that, we could hear people arguing.
That's original DoorDash.
I was waiting for a gun to shoot up. I cannot remember when I have been so terrified. We were too afraid to leave the room, even with our dogs. By sunrise, all the commotion ended, as did the nightmare. When my husband went into the office to check out, he told the manager it was quite a night, and that we had experienced. The manager's response was, "Oh, really? So the place is corrupt. Get out of the location ASAP." All right, well, here's the next one. And this guy reviewed Loves. I don't think we're going to stop there. If you actually go to his review for gas, if you read his review of Loves, he is naked with a bow tie on.
No.
Yeah, he is in his picture. And I don't know why he posted it.
Why? So you would have to look at him naked?
So he says at the Love's truck stop, I enjoyed it for 6 years or more. And as a truck driver, I spent over $1 million on fuel and repair costs and merchandise. I mediate here regularly, balancing 3 rocks on top of each other and walk my dogs here. I bought a house close by the location because I had a very nice time at the station. I was banned from the location today because I was accused by a security guard for solicitation. He has harassed me on several prior occasions. I would recommend this location be avoided by any people. If you want to steal something or ask for money,
I think this guy.
They say you break your law. It should be safe here because security is unable to catch you. So he steals from them too?
Oh, I don't know, man. This guy's like...
They will be focused on preventing people from doing business with them.
If he speaks like he writes...
Dude, this guy was like no shirt on with a bow tie.
This guy just left whole words out of the sentence.
2 cans of police issue and 3 pistols. This guy was a menace. Signed, Elias Johnson. Loves Travel Shop. Huh.
7,000 rounds of hollow points, tear gas, police issue. I mean, he misses whole words in his review. This dude's like a crackhead.
He looks like a... But he looks like a male prostitute crackhead. Everything he said is legitimized when he posted, and this is a big picture of him. It's bigger than his review, naked with a bow tie on. So anyway, there's a vegan restaurant. I'm not going to reveal the name because this sounds like it's some kind of Family Feud going on.
Yeah, leave both names out, the reviewer and the...
But there's a vegan restaurant there.
Well, I guess you could say Chelsea's name.
Well, she put it on there. Chelsea Bartley.
Yeah.
And this is on Twitter. And she says, on the real, I eat here all the time. And this is the vegan restaurant in Memphis. I still probably will be likely to go out and eat there a few options. But there are few options available to me. But y'all listen. During my visit, a bare butt naked baby was running around, stood up on the table with his black, dirty feet and bent over to show me his butthole. I wish I was exaggerating.
Well, he had that bidet. He had to show him that bidet worked.
This is like while I'm eating, and its owners did nothing. An older kid came over and started like yodeling and staring at me during my meal. I was so comfortable. Like, I get it's a family establishment and the kids do weird things, but naked baby was running around for like 15 minutes while all the workers stared at us, standing to the side, talking and laughing over it. And for my food, I can heat up tofu sausage just as well at home. So what's weird is...
This little kid showed her his butthole.
On the table, so he's like doing table dances. What's weird is the owners
That's not weird enough.
The owners admit this isn't a lie.
And I can see his older brother yodeling. He's probably butthole dancing, showing his butthole while he dances to his brother's yodel. So, I mean, this is some Tennessee crap.
This continued to Facebook, and on Facebook, the owners admit that their children are allowed to run around naked and don't wear diapers in the dining room.
Hirsch, this is a product of people sleeping with their sisters. Yeah. This is what happened.
Here you go, Hirsch.
This is why I'm glad in Massachusetts, where you're from, you're not into that. So, but this is what happens to people who are into that. Their kids run around naked at their restaurant. It's probably like an all-you-can-eat country buffet.
Well, because the owner replied...
It's a vegan restaurant.
I'm going to give the name of the vegan restaurant.
No, you don't have to.
Well, her reply to Chelsea was, haters are not welcome at Imagine.
Imagine that.
Imagine vegan restaurant. So, I don't like... Is that calamari?
That's the one that's made from...
Buttholes.
Pig buttholes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there calamari vegan children buttholes?
I don't like the fact that this dude starts calling out his reviewers by name.
The owner?
Yeah.
Well, they said haters aren't welcome. She even said she might go back, even after she saw the baby butthole.
Yes.
So how old's the baby? It crawled up on the table and exposed his butt.
Running around, so I'm thinking 3.
She said the baby got up on her table.
Yeah, I'm thinking 3. Toddler. That's what I'm thinking.
Do you still wear a diaper at 3? I think my kids they didn't know how to clean their butts, but they knew how to use the bathroom. Maybe they did.
Well, this kid wasn't wearing a diaper. He was wearing nothing.
This sounds like it is a health issue.
This sounds like it is some deep mountain woods, hillbilly, country buffet.
So you're getting pink eye while you're eating your vegan sausage?
Family tree has never forked.
Wow, this is telephone pole North Wilkesboro action here?
Yeah, this is kidnap you at the 76 station when you're driving a Prius because you're married and got a job.
Yeah, you got a job?
Hillbilly stuff.
You got a job there, man?
This is moon-eyed people.
I'm going to eat your innards and wear your face on my face.
This is
Leatherface.
This is some moon-eyed stuff for sure.
All right, well, we won't be stopping here because we'll be on our cannonball run.
Yes, and we will be.
We'll be going 350 more miles before we get gas.
After we also have some YouTube videos that'll be coming out pretty soon, so I'll be watching out for those of Jamie's broken Porsche in the studio.
It's 2 syllables, Porsche.
Porsche, okay. So
actually,
so is douchebag, but
yeah,
I'm not arguing with you there.
We're gonna repair it so I can drive it home.
Yeah, we're gonna fix it. I get some video of it posted on our YouTuber channel. So if
they send us the right part.
Hopefully, we'll be doing that here.
I really missed it over the weekend. No drive.
Oh. But you got anything else for us, man? That's all I got.
Man, that's it, man. Don't go to Imagine Vegan or the Peabody or Love's.
You know, we greatly appreciate everybody that listens. Thank you again to Hirsch and Wendy for taking the time to send us the email and allow us to create a whole segment around it today.
And we appreciate you listening for 18 hours. I don't think I could do that.
I know my wife wouldn't want to listen to me for 18 hours. She'd probably tell me to shut up.
I think your wife would probably take a nap.
But you know what? Hirsch made a good point. Like, we really did. We know we sucked in the beginning.
We did.
Like, I would recommend starting with our newest stuff and working your way backwards. And as it gets worse, just stop.
Yeah.
I mean, but we had to keep at it. That's how we learn.
Well, that's how we improved.
I have not attempted to tame my southern accent. I know I sound like a hillbilly with a banjo.
And, you know, as other
I'm
people
good with that.
Pointed out, I have an accent of whatever I choose to drum up from my pea brain.
Yeah. I mean, we are idiots.
Yeah, but we are.
You know, I do think we improved, and that's what Hirsch was pointing out, that we don't suck as bad as we used to suck. And, hey, I'm good with that.
And if he goes to a NASCAR race, the whole purpose of this podcast has come to, what's the big word?
Fruition.
Fruition? Like what? Fruit and ition?
Fruition.
Fruition?
See, we're pissing Hirsch off right now because we can't even pronounce.
I think we're pissing Wendy off.
We're trying to say thank you to Hirsch and Wendy.
Do you know how to spell fruition?
How you say it? You say it the best way you can. Use it in a sentence.
I scratched my fruition. My fruition needed to be scratched.
Fruition.
Does that mean conclusion?
To come to fruition. I can't even pronounce it.
Now it sounds like nuclear fusion.
Oh, man, it's just getting worse. I have no idea. Furuisins.
But if you want to send anyone else out there wants to send us some hate mail,
send it on.
Or fan mail,
send it on.
We're so dumb. You could be real critical and hate us, and we'd think you like us.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least you listened.
We might have the Hirsch segment for the next few weeks if he keeps emailing us. So, and if he doesn't, anybody else, Chaos, you want to send us some email? We'll read it on.
Brad's got the password now.
Janet, anybody, send us an email. We'll read it on. My cousin Stuart's supposed to be getting back to me later, correcting me for last week's episode. So, well,
tell Stuart put in an email. Be part of the podcast.
We'll put in a text message. At least we can print it.
I mean, I don't think this guy was too nice to us.
No, I like old Hirsch.
All right, Hirsch.
If he goes to New Hampshire, we'll just go crash on his couch.
Yeah, we're not looking for much.
Yeah, just a couch. And then we can go to the race with you.
We can shower in the infield at the campground.
Front yard, man.
Yeah, with your hose.
We'll use the hose. We'll hook the hose to the spigot.
Well, I'll wear my swimming trunks. That's what we call it down here, Hirsch.
I get my banjo out.
And I don't have a sister, Hirsch. Neither's Brad.
Only child.
I'm not an only child. But they're all dead, except for me.
All right, that's all I got. You got anything else?
That's it. Have a great week, everyone.
Thanks to everyone who listens, follows the show.
We got an email.
We really appreciate it.
And we're on podcast. Twitter.
You're an idiot.
I don't even know what my handle is on Twitter. Is it a handle even?
James Farrow 3.
I don't understand third.
Something.
Is that third Twitter account? I have a cousin. I have a few cousins named James.
All right, follow us on Twitter. We're at Car Backwards. Check us out on Spotify and rate us. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts and leave us a review. Make sure you go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Be watching for some new videos to drop there as well, at least this week. You can also email us at racecarbackwardspod@gmail.com and check out our website. It's racecarbackwards.com. Other than that, everybody have a great week, and we'll catch you next week.
And I think we're a better team after our training, I think.
I don't think training helped at all today.
You don't think it helped us?
No, that was all Hirsch. Hirsch brought us closer.
I bought some teammates lunch today.
Did you?
Yeah.
That was awfully nice of you, Sunshine.
So for our boss who listens, it worked, dude.
Yeah, it worked.
It worked.
Training equaled pizza.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all have a good week. See ya. Thanks for listening to a race car spelled backwards.